Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Hakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to the Yaki and pushing his word with truth and to say it with charity. As a brother Daniela from the Great Millstone Chicago camp coming at you with another lesson. Lord willing, it be edifying. And I just want to start off with the book of Jeremiah 28:8. It says, "The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war, of evil, and of pestilence." Now, the reason why I want to start off with that precept is because earlier today I was watching a sit down made by the brother Shakaria, and he was going into how in these times to come the servants of the Lord are going to eat. Now, this is what the prophets of the Lord are prophesying of. It says they're prophesying against many countries, against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. The prophets are just warning the people, letting them know that hard times are coming. All right? And it's only going to get worse and worse according to the book of Matthew 24 in the 8th chapter. All right, it's like the 24th chapter in the 8th verse. It says all these are the beginning of sorrows. So when everybody starts to catch hell, that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's only going to increase more and more and more. All right. Now, the servant of the Lord, they're going to be protected by Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. They have nothing to fear. All right. But I just want to go into because this lesson was inspired of the brother's sit down. So this is the book of Isaiah 65:13. It says, "Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed." And the reason for that is because the servants of the Lord are counting and depending on Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right, the Lord is our plan A through Z. All right, so we're not gonna go anywhere outside of keeping our faith and trust in the Lord, because there's the book of Psalms 91:1. It says, "He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in Him I will trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler." So, letting you know that the Lord is going to be our protection. He's going to be our protection, our strength, our guide. The Lord is going to be the one who allows us to eat in the time of Jacob's trouble. All right, when there's famines out here, when there's all these pestilence, these killings and these murders, all right, these riots, these lootings, the Lord is going to protect His servants in those times. It says, verse 5, "Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that fly by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thy eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked." So these times to come, all right, the time of Jacob's trouble, all right, this day that's approaching is for the wicked to be punished. It's not for the righteous. The righteous are going to be delivered by the Lord, all right, because they're keeping their faith and trust in the Lord. All right, they're depending on Yahweh Bashim Yahushua to keep them safe, to keep them for the Lord to keep them fed. The Lord's gonna watch out over those that are worshiping Yahweh Bashim Yahushua wholeheartedly. So it says, verse 9, "Because thou was made the Lord, which is my refuge, even the Most High thy habitation, there shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling." Because the Lord's going to keep His servants protected. That's why it says in the book of Isaiah 65:13, "Therefore thus saith the Lord Yahweh, Behold, my servant shall eat, but he shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. So the servants of the Lord, they're gonna eat, they're gonna drink, and they're gonna rejoice. The wicked, they're gonna starve, they're gonna be thirsty, and they're gonna mourn. Because they didn't trust in the Lord, neither did they have the mentality to seek out and worship the Lord. All right. While they had a chance, all they really were worried about is their own desires of their own flesh and lust. Okay. Now it says, this is the book of Psalms 37 and 25. It says, I have been young and now I am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. So letting you know the Lord doesn't forsake his servants. All right. The Lord might put them in the fiery trial, but that's for them to grow. All right, to be molded in the image of the Lord. Or whatever hell catches their way, they're gonna call upon the Lord for help, for patience. All right, for endurance. They're gonna depend on Yahweh Shem Yahushua. They're not gonna go to the. They're not gonna be swayed. They're gonna keep on going and worshiping the Lord, just like in the biggest example is being Job. All right, he lost everything, but he still kept his integrity and his faith towards Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So that's why it says, I have been young and now I am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread, because the Lord looks out after his servants. All right. There's the book of Matthew 6 and 26. Behold the fowls of the air. Behold the fowls of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they? So the Lord is gonna look out after his servants. He's not gonna let them. He's not gonna forsake them. All right, like how it says right here in the book of Sirach 2 and 1. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thyself for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. Exactly, make not haste in the time of trouble. When you're put into a low estate, you're supposed to keep your faith and patience to the Lord, that he's going to deliver you out of any situation you find yourself in. But you have to have that patience. All right. It says verse 3, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. Whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. The word patient means long suffering. So be patient when you're in the lowest state. You're not going to be delivered from your afflictions right away. It may take one day, it may take 2, 3, 4, however long it may be. The Lord still said to be patient. Just like how the Lord told Job, gird up thy loins like a man. All right, whatever you're going through, face it. But don't keep your faith and trust in the Lord. That's why it says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at that last end. It says jumping down to verse 5. It says, for gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So just letting you know that you may have the servant of the Lord starving for maybe 2 or 3 or 4 days, however long it may be. But the Lord is still going to look out after his servants, making sure that they have clothes on their back, that they have shelter, that they have food and water, because the Lord promised it. All right. The Isaiah 55 and 11, it says that the word of the Lord shall not come back void, and the Lord is not a God that he shall lie. He can't lie. So these words are faithful and true. But that's where the faith comes in. We have to believe these words and believe the Lord is actually going to look out for us in the time of Jacob's trouble. It says, verse 6, believe in him and he will help thee, order thy way aright, and trust in him. Ye that fear the Lord, wait for his mercy, and go not aside lest ye fall. Because if you lose your patience, man, the Lord's going to deal with you. But also letting you know that you never have faith in the Lord to begin with. All right, those that really believe in the Lord are going to be protected by him. They're going to be fed by him. That says verse 9. So like in verse 8. Ye that fear the Lord, believe in him, and your reward shall not fail. It says verse 9. Ye that fear the Lord, hope for good and for everlasting joy and mercy. Now this is the point. Verse 10. Look at the generations of old, and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? And the answer to that is nobody. Nobody was ever forsaken of the Lord. All right, the Lord is it says in the book of I believe it's Sirach 4:28. It says, "Strive unto the truth unto death, and the Lord shall fight for thee." If you're doing your part, the Lord's gonna do His. But whatever we face, man, whatever affliction and whatever we have to endure, we have to be patient when we're brought to a lower state, and keep our faith and patience in the Lord, and knowing that the Lord is actually going to look out after his servants in a time of Jacob's trouble. All right, when there's no food anymore because they're going to be looted, and they're not going to be stocked up in the shelves anymore and in the grocery stores, the Lord's going to find a way how to feed his servants. All right, there's nothing impossible unto the Lord. The Lord can do anything he wants. All right, but that was the whole point of the lesson. Lord willing, this video was edifying. But with that, I'd like to end off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Hakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to the Yaki and pushing this world with truth and sincerity with charity. With that, Shalom and a ball.